Hello friends, and welcome to the start of week 2 of marathon training. And thank goodness it's a rest day, because if you remember from last week's vlog, I was saying before my long run that I could feel a cold coming on. Yes, that was accurate. It found me. So by the end of last night, I was just wrecked. I went to bed like 8:30 at night, which is pretty much unheard of for me unless I'm sick. I am much more of a night owl, so I went to bed about 8:30, passed out hard until about 7 this morning, and then I was back asleep by like 8 a.m. I've been napping off and on all day, so here's hoping. Tomorrow is scheduled for a shorter run. I think, off the top of my head, I think it's 3.5K. But if I feel the same way as I do today, tomorrow, I might just be going for a walk because my lungs are not up for that. So we shall see. But here's to comfy couches, comfy cushions, and a dog that sometimes cuddles with me, but usually just sits there and stares at me. Totally unrelated to anything to do with running or health. It's 3 days before my mother's funeral / celebration of life / memorial service. I don't know what to call it. And I am like, I'm freaking out about the whole thing. I've never planned one of these before. I have no idea what is supposed to happen in it. I've made plans, but like I have no idea if it's enough. I have no idea if she'd approve. I don't know. I don't even know why I'm filming myself having an emotional crisis. I guess just for the sake of transparency, just to show that sometimes the hard things we do and the hard things we have to do are not physical. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to put together something that honors her life while not being deceitful. She and I didn't have a great relationship. If you asked her, she'd say that she did. But not from my perspective. I know that she loved me. But I also know that she damaged me. And I know that those two things can exist at the same time and both be true. And I loved her, but I didn't always like her. Yeah. Real life, this is what happens sometimes. I just sit in my basement and cry. I'll be okay. I'll get through it. But I cannot wait until it's over. Truly, I cannot wait until it's over. But if we're looking for positives, which, I'll take any that I can find. In the past, it was feelings like this that 100% I would have soothed with pizza. Definitely pizza. And like a large volume of it. I used to be able to eat an entire pizza on my own. I'm not proud of that, just stating a fact. And I certainly would, probably in the dark. Not a healthy relationship with food. Fast forward, I have the tool of gastric bypass. It has completely changed my relationship with food. It has forced me to feel the feelings that I was able to numb. And that can be scary. But I don't have that same urge. If anything, I'm looking forward, as hokey as it might sound and as bullshit as it might sound, I'm looking forward to my run tomorrow. I've got 5K on the training plan. I'd prefer to do it outside. 5K, there's the treadmill. 5K on the treadmill is so boring. The treadmill is so boring. I used to love it because it was easier because there's no hills. And I can control and I could hold on to the bars. I don't even hold on to the bars anymore at all. But I prefer running outside. I really prefer it. It's just so much more stimulating mentally. But there's like a massive snowstorm on the horizon and I don't know if it's going to hit tomorrow or not. So all that to say, I might be stuck doing 5K on the treadmill, which kind of blows, but whatever, it is what it is. But I'm actually just looking forward to being able to focus on that and being able to feel proud of myself and to feel the positive feelings that I get when I finish running, just the sense of accomplishment, just checking off one more box. It's one more, check of consistency. Those are the kind of things that make me feel better now, not carbs. I mean, let's be real, carbs do make me feel good, and I'm certainly not an anti-carb person, but I don't rely on them as an emotional crutch now. So there's the silver lining, I guess, but I'm currently sitting at my desk with the computer on, trying to get thoughts on the page so that I can say an appropriate farewell. I don't know. Anyways, by the time you're seeing this, the funeral will be over, and maybe all of this stress is for naught, but right now it just kind of feels like an insurmountable mountain. My relationship with my mother was complicated, and I'd be lying if I said there was no conflict between us. But never once did I question whether she loved me. She was my biggest cheerleader, and she never let me give up on myself. When I failed property law in first year law school, I was terrified to tell her. I was sure that she would be angry with me, or worse, disappointed. So imagine my surprise when I handed the notice to her with tears streaming down my face. And her first response was to say with a smile, "Well, it's about time you failed something. Now we know you're human." Good morning. It is currently about 5 a.m. I've been up since 2:30. No, not by design. Let me tell you, I'm trying to do this zone 2 aerobic base building thing where, by my calculations at any rate, my heart rate shouldn't go above 137. Currently at 149. I've been walking for the last 2 minutes because if I blink too aggressively, I go beyond that threshold. I'm trusting the process here. But if you are a runner, do you have any anecdotal stories about this whole run slow to run fast theory? Apparently it's backed by science, but it just feels like I'm going for a walk because that's basically what I'm doing. Okay, so The run this morning was very frustrating. I forgot to check in when it was done because exhausted. Still currently exhausted. It is just about 4 p.m. I am sitting in the driveway of my swim instructor's house where I'm about to go for a swimming lesson. I haven't been in the pool in a few months, and I am like, my anxiety is through the roof over this. And I think the only explanation I have for it is that it's now going to be an indoor pool. It's one of those like pool, like infinite pools. I don't know what they're called. They're like a treadmill pool. And I've never swam in one before. And I have to keep telling myself, like, she teaches children. If children can do this, I can do this. And I do have a big swim race at the end of June, so every lesson is going to count. And it's going to be my gateway for getting back into the pool. So we'll see. I love swimming. I love it. I just don't know why I'm so anxious about it right now. Could be a mix of the exhaustion plus the like atrocious level of caffeine I've taken today. But I'm just like amped. I'm running at like 120 right now. So need to bring it down. My lesson starts in a few minutes. My instructor's lovely. She's absolutely lovely. She knows her stuff so well. And every lesson I have, I learn something new. So I'm looking forward to that aspect. It's something new. It's a new type of pool. I've never swam in something like that before. And anytime there's something new, I'm a very anxious person. So time to gather my stuff and get inside.
Hi, Luna. Hi, pretty girl. You are the best dog there ever was. I hope you know that. I love you.
Well, I am back from my swimming lesson, and I am happy to report that it went swimmingly. I should have remembered that my swim coach actually has like extensive experience working with neurodivergent students. So when I went in and said, just so you know, I'm feeling very anxious about this whole pool situation, she didn't bat an eye. She's just like, okay, good to know. Sat me on the edge, explained exactly how it worked, exactly how it was going to feel, all of that, like just taking the mystery out of it. We started really slow. I just held onto the bar, kind of floated at the top, did some kicking just to like get used to the feel of it. And then she had me swimming faster than I've literally ever swam before. So it was amazing. And it felt really good to get back in the water as well. I haven't swam in months. I'm looking forward to getting back into regular swimming. So I'm going to have to find a spot or a time. Friday evenings are probably going to be the best bet for me because there is one that offers like 6 p.m. swimming instead of 8:45, because the 8:45, it's just so late in the summer. It doesn't feel as bad because at least it's still bright out. But dead of winter, when it's cold and dark, and it has been cold and dark for hours by the time that comes around, it's just very difficult to get myself out the door for it. But I am feeling good. So she gave me some exercises that I can do at home. I just need like a TheraBand for it. I have like the loops that I do for my physio, but I'm gonna get the actual like open-ended band, like just like this. I'm gonna get one of those just to strengthen like the arms because the running doesn't do anything for the arms. So definitely want to get those worked on. I can feel my triceps already just from this one swim, but I just wanted to let you know that it went well. And if you also suffer from anxiety, me telling you to calm down is never going to work, but hopefully you can remember that things are never as bad as you think they're going to be. Also, if you just let people know that you're feeling anxious, 9 times out of 10, they will work with you and they can respect that. So that's my lesson for today. Also, off topic, just realizing this lighting, not doing me any favors. It is what it is, man. Also, exhausted. I did nap after my run this morning, but it was not long enough, and I felt even worse after I woke up, so currently running purely on caffeine. But thankfully, my lesson is over, my run is done, and now I can just chill for the rest of the night, so that is what I am going to go do. So, I have a 7-kilometer run tomorrow. I had really hoped that I'd get to do it outside. Not looking promising. All right, today is Saturday. I had a 7-kilometer run on the schedule for today. I couldn't do it. I'm annoyed and I'm disappointed in myself, but I'm trying to see the positives in that I didn't feel like running and I still tried, but I couldn't even get 3. I did 2.8 kilometers and I was completely gassed. I think just poor sleep all week, being sick, it's all taken its toll. My knee was sore, my hip was sore, my back was sore, and that always terrifies me because when my back goes out, like I am done for. I'm on the couch for days when that happens. And so I'm always like hypersensitive of that. I'd rather have a disappointingly short run than throw my back out and need painkillers. So I'm trying to like listen to my body, but at the same time, I'm like, it was 7K. If I can't do 7K, how am I going to get to 21? I'm just trying to remind myself, I've got 5 months. It's 1 run. It's 1 week of 22 weeks of training. There is still time. This does not define, this is not like give up, but I'm still just kind of annoyed by it all. So for next week, we're heading into a fresh week. My next run will be on Tuesday. So I've got a few days for recovery. And I'm going to really focus on my nutrition and my sleep. I need to increase the amount of sleep that I get. So those are going to be my focuses for week 3 of training and obviously ongoing. But this week, we're just going to chalk it up. It is what it is. It was still some progress, better than doing nothing. And for me, the win really is just getting out there and doing it, getting on the treadmill, lacing up those shoes. That is like the hardest part, is just starting. So at least I started all 3 of my runs this week. Just didn't have great success this week. And I'm going to forgive myself, but I'm just a little bit pissy about it. Anyways, thanks for following along with this week's training. And here's hoping that week 3 is a little bit more productive. Have a great week, guys. Bye.